Hello again, this is my Dystonia Story. So I'm going to start off way back about 9 years ago now. Oh yeah, 9 years ago. So in 2009, I went for a regular checkup at the doctor because I was having some chest problems and I was off work a while. And during the physical, or MOT as we say, I was put on the scales, and to my horror, it was around the figure of 115, maybe 118 kilos. That's around 18.5 stone. And I was really shocked. And the doctor was like, yeah, you need to lose weight. Yeah, I'll try and lose 3 stone. And she said, and the rest. Okay, be like that then. So I was determined, wasn't I? So push come to shove, a month before my 29th birthday, I decided to buy a bike, and used the bike for a long time. So, I did have a bike, but you know, I had to buy a new one. And I started riding. I was riding between, on average about 10 miles 3 times a week. I got to that point over a period of time, and then that increased to, say about, I think it was about, I increased it to 50 to 60 miles over a period of a 6-day week. It wasn't, on average, say about 12 miles each day. I went back to the doctors, they wanted to check me out, and I'd lost about 2.5 stone, so that would be 15 kilos, which I was pretty happy with, and I just wanted to carry on. And during the riding time, I'd started going to the gym, I started running, lifting weights, changed my diet a bit, not much, not drastically, because I don't know, the amount of energy I was burning and stuff like that, you needed to maintain it. And say about 2010, about 2010, I was coming up to my 30th birthday, but before that, I started doing martial arts, which is, a mix of kickboxing and a bit of jiu-jitsu. And now I got hooked. I stopped riding my bike, but I still went to gym. But because I was working shift worked, so if I was working the early shift, I would work from 6 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, and I'd be able to go and kickboxing classes. But if I had the what we call late shift, which is 2 till 10, I'd go in the gym in the morning. And it became addictive over a period of 3 years. And to the end of that 3 years, I'd lost, all in all, from the 18.5 stone to I was about 10.5 stone, and I looked anorexic. Not to offend anybody anorexic, but I was really looking really gaunt and everything like that. But because I was doing the kickboxing and weightlifting as well, I wanted to put an extra bit of muscle on. So I started CrossFit as well. So it sounds a bit very extreme for somebody that never did activities at school. You know, I flipping fainted when I was doing cross country in school just to get out of it. But I just became addicted to it. So with growing muscle and stuff like that, I became not much fat and more muscle, and I was about 12 stone. Not pure muscle, remember, just really good muscle. And through this, it was great. I changed my diet a bit. I was eating less crap and more meat and veg, basically. Protein and veg. Carbs for energy, obviously. But, you know, I had to have my off days. By the time I reached a really good level, I had 2 cheat days a week and my weight was fine. Then 2013 came. 13 is an unlucky number for some people, but doesn't matter to me. And on the week, this was a Monday in September, 2nd of September 2013. So I was on my early shift. And on that day, the week previously, we get paid for vials of blood for them to use in the factory we used to work at. It's a medical factory, so you know, no vampires there. But we called the nurse a vampire anyway. And so I was there, but you know, I was a blue card, a blood donor. You know, I was going on, I don't know what's next after blood, but you know, I've been given blood since I was 18, so it was nothing new. So I went to give my blood. It was like just after my second break, so it was about 11 in the morning. Went and did it. It took a couple of hours. They did it in my right arm. And if I can show you here, you can see the tattoo. But here, I can't move this arm a lot, so that's why I have to show it to you. And there you go. Came out of the nurse's office, and this right arm, which is ironically my dominant arm, my writing arm, my everything arm, went totally paralysed. And I couldn't move it, it just didn't. But I still went down to the machine room I worked in, and I told my manager, something's wrong. So he told me, go back to first aid or the nurse's office, so I did. Went back, the lead first aider of the factory came and he said, yeah, we have to take you to A&E, we can't do anything. So that's what happened. They took me to A&E. I landed in A&E. I had to phone my parents because those were the only people I could phone. I couldn't phone my brother because he worked at the same factory, but I couldn't ask him. So I was in A&E waiting in agony. I was in pain. I don't know what was happening, and it was just the muscles getting crampy and tensy, and you know. So it was a couple of hours. My mum and dad had arrived. You know, our main hospital was about 60 miles from where we live anyway. So they arrived, got to see the nurse to register, whatever, and she gave me a couple of painkillers. Didn't do much. And usually I've got a really good pain threshold, so after a couple of hours waiting, I saw a doctor, and she thought I'd had the panic attack, and she gave, I don't know, did she give me Valium or something like that, something to relax, and she had no idea what was happening, so we were a bit, oh okay then, but come back in a week's time and see what happens. Okay, I said that. Or I'm going to write you a letter so your GP can see it and see what happens. Okay. So we went, got back home. I had to stop off at the factory to get my car because I couldn't drive. And then through that day, my mum and I decided to go to my local surgery, doctor's office, and we saw the doctor, and he was a bit baffled. He didn't know what's happened. He gave me a couple of Valiums as well, just to sleeping, to help me sleep. And I thought, why would he give me that? But there you go. And then came home. This was about 4:30 in the afternoon. He gave me a sick note, so I had a week off work, just because he wasn't too sure what was happening. And by say about, I don't know if it was after tea or not, but probably was, my arm started to contort or move itself. You know, the way you can say it is the arm started to go like this. The right arm now, I can't do it on my arm now. I just went like that and I couldn't control it. And we went to our local county hospital, which is only down the road for us, and the doctor there was useless. He thought I was doing it myself, and he gave me Valium. That helped with the pain and stuff like that, but over the night my arm started to relax, but it was still, Next morning I woke up, I was able to move my arm, but for some reason the fingers on my hand, if I show you, my fingers had gone like that, and in that shape basically. You can see it tremoring like that. Now, so I'll cut the story a little bit shorter now. So, because we were a bit miffed and things like that, I went to see the doctor again on Thursday of the same week, and she told me, I happened to be in school with her as well, so it was like, okay. And she thought, okay, you need to see a neurologist. And I was going, what? And well, I'll phone the hospital and they'll be waiting for you. Oh, okay, right, no worries. So my dad was with me this time, so we went to the hospital and we went to the admissions ward and waiting to see a doctor, see a neurologist. And the doctor said, oh, unfortunately the neurologist is not here today. Any chance of you coming back this time the week next week. Okay, what about the pain and stuff? Has your doctor prescribed you some painkillers and stuff? Yeah. Okay, right. No worries. So a week went. I got another doctor's note to have a week off because I don't want to drive to work. So the Thursday after, I saw the neurologist, and it was only two. It was like my small finger, and the finger next to it. Those were the only two that was bending backwards and curved, and he was examining me, and he was going, okay, right. And he had student doctors with him and stuff like that, and he was going, and he asked me and my mum to go out and sit in the waiting room just outside, and he came out and told me that it looks like something like writer's cramp, but it might go away. Okay, oh, really? Okay. But the real term for writer's cramp, he said, it's called dystonia. It's like he said something like it was a muscle condition, but something to do with the brain as well. And I thought, okay. Me going, I didn't think much of it, but he said, come back in 3 weeks and I want to see you again. Okay. So over that period, we'd gone to the doctors, gone to A&E because my arm was starting to get on my nerves, because it was starting to have its own mind, basically. So I went to the second appointment with the neurologist, and they'd asked me to get blood tests on copper and things like that, and they came back negative or whatever. Liver test, basically, to see if the copper in my body was over. Then he said my hand was going claw shaped and stuff like that, and I couldn't control it. It was just, so he said, you need tests in Walton in Liverpool. Oh God, I was going, what the hell is that? Now, I said I'll arrange for it to happen just before mid-October. So mid-October we went to Liverpool, got tested, putting needles inside my arm just to see the conductive nerves and see if they worked. And apparently the doctor there, there's nothing wrong. Oh, okay. I was still worried. And I was still thinking back to the doctor saying, am I making this up? Am I having, And I had to see my neurologist again, and he said, I know they sent me a letter saying that everything was negative, but they'd want to make extra tests. Okay, fine. I was happy with it. Anything to start it. And now it was start of November. I'm still off work because, I couldn't trust my arm. I wasn't going to drive. And I had a lot of fatigue and things like that. I was, I couldn't go to the gym and stuff like that because I don't know, still healthy and everything that way. And I went for a nap in the afternoon. I can't remember what day it was. I've written this down and I'm trying to remember. So I went for a nap in the afternoon because I was so tired, and woke up after about an hour or something like that, and wow, I couldn't move my neck, move my torso, move my legs. And I was going, what the hell's happened here? And at the time, I was able to move my left hand, or left arm I should say, and the fingers on my left arm started twitching as well, so I was going, oh, I had to ring downstairs. You know, I lived with my parents, and I had to rang my dad and said, come out, I can't move. And they were shocked, they were trying to move me. I was hard as a rock, just couldn't be moved. So my dad phoned the surgery, an hour later the doctor came out. She was fantastic. She was the new doctor on the block, and she was really good to us. She said, yeah, get paramedics here, we need you at the hospital. And when are you supposed to go to, and she asked me, when are you supposed to go to Liverpool for these tests? And I told her, next week. It was a week before I was supposed to go to Liverpool for these tests. And I was going, what? You know, it's just irony, probably. Or how the universe works, I don't know. And that's what we did. I was rushed to hospital, couldn't move. Neurologist saw me in the middle of the week and I said, yeah, you're going to London, you're going to Liverpool, and we'll transfer you to Liverpool and you get tested, blah, blah, blah. Week went by, arrived in Liverpool 11 o'clock at night, so I was tired, couldn't move, they had to hoist me and stuff like that. It was very debilitating. You know, I was unable to move. For somebody that used to be active, it was just like, what the hell? And I'm thinking, what's happening? Am I going crazy or whatever? But I was still giving a, positive attitude to it. Just going, okay, I'll see what happens. And yeah, arrived in Liverpool. I was there for a week. Or was it 2 weeks? I was there for 2 weeks. And so it'd be, I'd been a week in Bangor and then I was 2 weeks in Liverpool, and I got every test under the sun, MRI, lumbar puncture, and the weird thing is, and the doctor that did the lumbar puncture said, oh, this might hurt. Oh, I was expecting it to hurt, but they put the needle in my back and I couldn't feel it. I really literally, and I was after, have you put numbing cream or something on it? I know we've frozen it, but it's not like it's numb or anything. You're supposed to feel it if it goes through the bone. Nothing. I couldn't feel it. I was looking at the X-ray on my side, and I saw the needle going through, and I just couldn't feel it. Now, after everything got tested, everything came back negative, and I was going, is anything wrong with me then? What's happening? And I saw the specialist, and he said, you do have dystonia, but not what we'd call general dystonia, okay? And he was a bit, and then you had the neurological psychologist come in, neuropsychologist, and she just asked me if I had any major traumas in my life and stuff. Well, I had burst appendix when I was 16, that was about it. Anything. And, she's just asking me questions, see how I was, and she seemed fine with it. And then they got the physios out to try and get me to walk and things like that. And it worked. I I was able to go back on my feet, start walking again. It was like, I don't know, you can't go back to your early early ages and figure out how the hell you walked, but it was hard. But once I got moving, I was able to move, but my fingers were still as they are now, and they couldn't. We tried to stretch them, but it was like the tendons had shortened now. Okay. And because I was better and I surprised everybody, I was able to walk. And yeah, the decision was made, either I'd go back to Bangor or I'd go home. I'd had enough of hospital, so I wanted to go home. So I was home start of December of that year. And I said, we'll arrange for you to have physiotherapy and things like that in your local hospital. So that's what happened. But when I got home, I decided, was it after the weekend, I'd gone down to the post office, it was about 300 metres down the road, and I walked it, came back, and the next day I was stuck in bed again. And I was going, what the? I don't know what was happening. And things started happening, very weird things. I started to have spasms, and they looked like epileptic fits. And they used to get thrown out of the sofa, couch, chair, whatever you call it, and even out of bed. I was going, what the hell's happening here? And I'd get stuck in the sofa. It was like I was getting glued to the sofa. It was going terrible. But there you go. I was having physio as well, and in physiotherapy sessions I was going into weird contortion. It was like being a contortionist. My legs were going into weird places, places I couldn't even when I was doing kickboxing. No, I couldn't do those type of moves and stuff. So after things like that happened, it was the new year, 2014 had come, and I was in and out of hospital and in and out of A&E, and I was still having these attacks. There was one period where I was having such an attack, my dad had to get pliers or pinchers or whatever you want to call them, and trying to get my tongue out because he was afraid of me choking on myself. But I go to these states where I'm totally conscious, I'm not aware of everything. Now, so by the end of February, I had an appointment with a neurologist, and see what the results were from Liverpool. And I was a bit, but it was over Christmas time and stuff like that. So I had to wait till February. I saw him, and I had to go in a wheelchair because I couldn't walk a lot. And he was going, why are you in a wheelchair and things like that. And I said, just go. And he said, yeah, you've got every test came negative, and but we do think that you have some sort of neurological muscle condition, but we probably think that it'll disappear over time. Okay. And my dad told him about the story, and he said, no, you're not supposed to take his tongue out with the pliers. And Mum and Dad were a bit, bit wary of him. He had this attitude anyway. He thought he was a know-it-all, but it wasn't his field anyway, so didn't care that much. But So I decided to think about having a second opinion. And I'd been in contact with Dystonia Society UK. They're fantastic. And it astounded me to find out how many people in the UK had dystonia. And this was back in 2014, and I reckon there were about 70 to 80,000 people in the UK with dystonia. Certain types of dystonia, there's about 22 more different. And I reckon there's more people with dystonia that have been misdiagnosed. And through them, I heard about this specialist called in London, and called it up and asked for a private consultation. And I thought, might as well do it. Booked it for the week after. So we went down to London. We had to borrow a wheelchair off friends of ours, and went to see him. And when I was wheeled into the office, I was having one of my spasms, and or what they call them, dystonic storms or whatever. And without he hadn't looked at my notes, because I had sent him a copy of my notes, and he said, "Yeah, you've got several forms of what I call functional neurological muscle disorder or conditions." I thought, wow. And he said it, and they call it dystonia, but there's different categories. And he said, carry on with medication you're on now. I was on the same, and I want to see you again, but this time under the NHS, and I want to see you back in London so we can have a proper examination. We'll do everything through the hospital and everything. Okay, no worries. And time passed, things were getting worse, and woke up one morning, couldn't move, and I was having these spasms. I was stuck in bed for 22 months. I couldn't move out of bed. And in that time, I'd had a social worker, had an occupational therapist, everything like that. And it took a year nearly for me to go back to London to get examined. Now, April 2015, I think it was, got examined by the specialist and other people, neuropsychologists, neurotherapists, neurophysiotherapists, all therapists and ologists and things like that. And I was there for a week, and they didn't want to give me blood tests because they had already been done. They just wanted to do psychological tests and things like that. And I said that was okay like that, but I did have a condition or a disorder. Or some people call it a disease. But you could put it there, because it's based in the same place, in basal ganglia, same places where Parkinson's or cerebral palsy and anything in the place where motor functions are created. And they basically explained to me what happened was that some things happened, probably because of the needle. I couldn't define the needle. When they took my blood, and it must have created a shockwave in my nervous system. I went back to my brain, of all places. I didn't know what I had one anyway. And it caused a bit of damage. It's like it would show would explain it. Yeah, it's the same place, and it's in the same clusters where somebody with a stroke gets a shadow, but I don't get a shadow. It's like the nerve or the signal system rewires itself, and things happen. I was going, oh great, fantastic. How do I know? So after that they wanted me to go on this course, which was I can't remember what it was called. Like a retraining of my head with psychology and physiotherapy. Okay, no worries. I do say no worries a lot, and I still had this good attitude anyway. And they were really surprised how positive I was about everything. And I said the reason why is, why would I be down in the dumps for it? Because there's more to life, remember, and it just makes things worse. And it was hard on my family, because even now some members of my family don't understand what's happening. Well, they do now, but at the time they were having a really hard time of understanding what was happening, and trying to explain it and things like that. And they said, oh, it'll take about a year before you'd be able to go on this course. Okay, right, because we need to sort the money out between two different trusts and stuff like that. And in May of 2015, a group of family friends and people in my village decided to raise money. And I was like, wow, okay. But I was a bit selfless and too humiliated, or I had too much pride. I think I've got that off my mum and dad. I didn't want the money for myself. I wanted for other people to get help. So they decided, oh, let's start a charity. And that's what happened. Still going on. I don't raise money. I'm not involved in it, but it's all volunteers and stuff like that. Now, it's helped with buying equipment and stuff like that for me. But by this time as well, I'd got a new social worker and a new OT, and they decided, okay, the current situation you're in with the basic hoist I had in the room I am in now. This used to be a back living room, and this is where my bed was. Then we had to bring the bed down and blah blah blah. And they decided, right, we need to ask for a grant to get this place redone and make it more functional for you. Okay. And we need to find a home or a respite care. So I found somewhere, which was in Wrexham. And so they arrange everything through the grant, and they were hoping to start the work in mid-September, mid-September of 2015. So it'd been, 2 years since everything happened. And by the time the people from the care home and my social workers started talking with me, I was in the care home the week after, which was wow, great. And I was in the care home. It was October before they started doing work on this place, and it was start of December that they finished. They could have done it in 3 weeks, but because some equipment and things like that takes longer to come and things like that. And in that period of time of having been in the care home, I got a proper wheelchair, not the one I've got there as a power chair. I had a manual chair, and because I couldn't move, so made really good friends in the care home, staff and all or whatever. And it was 2016. Still hadn't heard anything from London, and we heard that these courses weren't going ahead anymore because they weren't working and they weren't financially sound. And I heard that my specialist that I had in London had moved hospital as well. So, great, I thought to myself. And so, I'm going to time jump now, and it's 2018 now, isn't it? And since a year and a bit, I've been able to stand on my legs and stand on my feet again. Don't know what happened, but I still get my spasms and things like that. You probably noticed with my head going like that. I blink a lot. Probably my voice is a bit low. That's because my voice is a bit getting shaky due to dystonia or whatever, and I can't sit for long, and probably this video is pretty long, but my back is starting to twist, and you probably can see with my shoulders they're not level or whatever, and my eyes are starting to flutter. I'm getting tired now. So I just want to come back to this now. I've got my own power chair now, which I'm allowed to control, but it has an assist at the back. This is my second electric chair. My power chair, I should say. This is better for me to go on the roads. The other one, don't swing. I've got myself really good, I've got a good bunch of friends and stuff like that, which are really good. I've got fantastic family, which helps. But I've been more of the positive one than, because my attitude, I do get it, and you get the questions, oh, are you better? Are you better? You look good. But that's the normal attitude to somebody. They don't understand what the condition is, but over the course of the last year, 2 years, I've educated a lot of people about dystonia. So that's my life now. With work and everything like that, well, work retired me at the age of 34 after being off for 6 months at work, and then I it was coming up to a year after everything started. They retired me, and yeah, so I'm officially retired. And it was then they said, yeah, you've got a disability, and okay, right. So glad we live in a country with a welfare state. I know it's getting destroyed, but it's still here. And I'm glad we have the NHS as well. Yeah, so I've got a full-time carer. I can say full-time. He works about 30 hours a week. He's more like a brother to me, even though he's about, he's been with me now for 3 years, and I get carers at night to go around there. Anything to give my mum and dad a bit of break, as well as. But nowadays they go to my brother's house twice a week to babysit my nieces. Yeah, that's fun. And because I'm able to move a little bit more now, I'm able to hold them. I'm able to, it's nice. They're still young, which is good. And my cousin, she's got 2 younger daughters as well, and they're fun as well, the rascals. But that's put, a good, it helps mentally. Plus, I get acupuncture, I do mindfulness and things like that for helping me, and it works. I mean, it works for me. It's better than having, I'm on medication, but it's part of the deal. So I'm going to end this video now. It's been a long one, so probably what I'll do is just give you a couple of, hopefully soon, extra videos telling you either what's happened in the day, or either tell you a bit more about dystonia, of my dystonia. Not everybody is unique, and we'll see what happens. So I'm going to say bye for now, and see you soon.